Alright, so today marks 8 months that I've been waiting for something. And this comes to an idea that every time I dream something, it later happens in one way or another. I've had dreams that predict the future many, many times throughout my life. The very first time I can remember doing this, I was 8 years old actually. I had dreamt that my family and I were traveling on the road and all of us needed to go to the bathroom really badly. And I dreamt that we stopped the car, and I was the only child at the time. The three of us made a run into a Kmart and went to the bathroom. We were all really badly needing to use the bathroom. And I woke up. And it's a really silly dream. I don't even know why I dreamt it. And I just kind of filed it away in the back corner of my head until a week later we were out shopping and eating. And this is just a few miles from home, actually. And all of us needed to go to the bathroom really badly. And I looked around, I said, oh, let's go to that Kmart over there. And I said it without even thinking about my dream, because it was just such an obscure dream. It's one of those that you don't really want to think about. And I dreamt that the other day. And, I have a really good memory because I'm on the autism spectrum. So little details like that, I can sometimes remember it a lot more vividly than most people would. And I just, as the three of us were making a run to the Kmart, it was like, this is playing out exactly like how it did in my dream. I was 8 years old, and I just kind of assumed that dreams predicted the future. Now, a lot of times, bad dreams also predict the future too, unfortunately. I dreamt that I was at a conference, a computer science conference, when I saw my ex-girlfriend at the conference. My ex-girlfriend also studies computer science, and she was at the conference with her new boyfriend now, and we were chatting, and as we were getting ready to go to the conference room, we had to go to this elevator, and I held the door for the two of them, and my ex-girlfriend looks at her new boyfriend and says, don't get in the elevator with this guy. I think he has a disease of some sort. I woke up shaking, and at the time I was grappling with binge eating problems, and I just kind of assumed that's what I was thinking about, and it kind of gave me some ammunition to clean up my diet. Now, I had this dream toward the end of 2019, and we all know what happened a few months later. That kind of required everybody to not get into elevators with people they don't live with, right? And so I've had good and bad dreams, and so-so dreams that all predict the future. Now, I had a dream back in March of 2022. This is at the beginning of the Ukraine war, and I dreamt that silver prices had gone to $60,000 an ounce. And we didn't have all that much inflation. It was still buying a good amount, maybe the equivalent of $20,000, $30,000 today. In the dream, I was getting married to a Ukrainian refugee, and we were going to move back to her home country of Ukraine because the war had ended. And as we were packing, I was watching the Peter Shit show, and Peter Shit was basically boasting, I told you so, I told you so. And the dream seemed really realistic. The theme for the theme song for the Peter Shit show was like do 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 do, and he even changed the title of his show to the Peter Shit show. Do 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 do, the Peter Shit show. Do 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 do. And when I heard those tones, because I remember in the dream I was asking, is this a dream or not? And when I heard those tones and the fact that he had changed his name to the Peter Shit show, and it was playing so clearly out of my computer speakers, I want to talk about the Ukraine situation, and it just, the way he said it, oh my God, this is not a dream. And I was packing to get ready to go to Ukraine with my new wife, and I remember thinking, I packed about a kilogram or so of silver because that's all I needed, but then I remembered I really want to keep one of my 1,000-ounce silver bars as a keepsake for my time in the United States. And the reason I wanted to move to Ukraine was that Ukraine had become really progressive after winning the war, and they had really started to accept solosexuals for who they are. And in the dream, the Ukrainian refugee that I had married was also kind of solosexual as well. And we were packing, and I was listening to the Peter Shit show, and that's when I woke up. And I woke up to the do, and I woke up. And normally when people wake up from a good dream, they're disappointed, but I remember thinking, oh my God, this is going to happen now. That was my first thought when I woke up. And for the first time in a lifetime, I jumped out of bed with optimism. And I took a note of the date. It was March 11, 2022. And so I've been waiting for it for 8 months. But you know what? I had a really good 8 months as a result of that dream. I moved to Phoenix. I made some new hobbies. I made some new connections. And most recently, I spoke up for myself at work. And I'm going to do it again today.